It's a big day here today. Check this out. New flag sticks, new cups. I've been meaning to do this for a while. My current flag sticks and cups were given to me by a local golf course a couple years ago. They were actually shutting down. I bought my giant Toro rough mower from them. The guy there was just great. He knew what I was doing, kind of laughed, and he threw a bunch of older stuff into my truck when I was leaving, including these pins. However, the problem with these metal ends on the metal cups, after years of use, they start to wear out and they don't fit tight. I can move that pin that much in there. So depending on where the wind blows, my flags are sometimes straight and sometimes crooked. Drove me crazy. So I've been waiting a little bit of time to buy these new ones. Before we cut these new cups in, I'm going to actually mow these golf greens. I've lowered my height of cut. They're looking really good here in this early season. So I want to shorten the grass a little bit. We'll get these new cups in and see how this thing rolls. We've got some nice roots all the way down at the bottom of the hole. This cup is so grown in. It's been here probably for 7 months and I can't get it out. Come on. There we go. This is what I always struggle with. Oh, see? Oh my God, this thing. Forgot to lock it for sure, but I don't think it's supposed to come apart. Maybe it is, but I don't think it is. No major damage. There we go, please. Cut back in. Sunk down. This should just come out, right? Oh, it's working. There we go. Way too low. That is way too low. Now we got problems. And it's hard to put back in, I find. Whew. This is a problem. I think it's going to be okay, but I always struggle with my depth. The setting sun's a good time to do it because you see every minor mistake with that low light. That should be okay. Now for the easy part. That always is such a nice fit. Will it be straight? That is the only question left. Oh, that looks pretty good. I'm going to keep the old flags for now. I have the new flags coming later on in the year. Everything fits. There we go. That is a nice taller flag. I ran out of daylight last night, so I'm going to put the second hole in right now. That looks pretty good right there. I actually have an ant hole, like a hill of ants right here. I've been fighting them for a year. It's the only place on the 2 greens that I have ants. I'm gonna move them over to that hole and see if that messes them up. The bent grass now mowed at 125 thousandths of an inch looks really good. More roots again, that is impressive. Got to get through that old turf. I'm gonna try it. It looks like I'm too high. A little high. That is the ant issue that I've had for a long time. That is better. That turned up okay, and in a couple days you can't even tell where the old hole was. This is a professional hole cutter, just not a professional cutting the holes with it, so I just have to get a few more under my belt, get more and more comfortable with it. I got lucky. These things are expensive. Everything in golf is expensive. I've learned that. The same place where I bought the used mower and the guy that gave me the flags gave me a really good deal on this, so I got lucky with this and have a really decent hole cutter here. And for cups, they have plastic, aluminum, and zinc. I went with the zinc hoping I can just have these for years and years and years. They're not going to get a lot of use here. Zinc probably a little bit harder maybe than the aluminum, less chance of that wear and that flag movement. There we go. Nice, this looks good. These sit so much tighter. There's just not much play in these at all. I went with these tournament series from Par Aid. They're vinyl wrapped, so they're not fiberglass, and they should last a long time. I gotta buy everything. I don't get anything for free. I don't have enough subscribers for that. And all this golf stuff is nasty price, but it is quality made. Looks good. Hopefully that hole change messes up the ants, but I'm sure they're not gonna go away that easy. Well, at this point, I have to give it a try. There's something about a new flag stick and a cup. They just look so much better. The main course here is looking pretty good. It's starting to grow in and take care of itself. And this year I want to try and take some perimeter areas and start to clean those up to just maximize the nice views here. This is the back end of the property here, and there's a commercial neighbor over there. They're great neighbors, but the buildings are kind of ugly. So they were nice enough to put this berm up about 3 years ago. I came out and I seeded the entire thing, and it maybe doesn't look that steep on these camera angles, but it is extremely steep. I came out and put some sheep fescue on it, and I was hoping in my head to have it a nice long grass that sort of just blows in the wind there, looks really good behind this golf green. Problem is, it didn't rain for 3 weeks after I did that job, so we got some weeds and just some natural growth in there, which doesn't look too bad. So this year I want to try and clean this up a little bit, and I actually bought a bunch of fast-growing Norway spruce trees, and I want to place those strategically where they kind of look natural there, and they'll block some of these buildings. This hill is giant here, and after winter a lot of that vegetation is knocked down, but you can see some of my sheep fescue coming through. That is super tough grass, so I want to come through it if I can. It's very hard to stand on this hill, but I'm going to try it with a trimmer and a saw blade, and I'm going to mow down some of this heavier stuff and see if that fescue can get a little bit of a head start this year. It's never a good thing when you have to put baseball cleats on to walk on a surface. That was pretty tough, probably not necessary either. It does look cleaner now. I'm trying to get a little bit more light to my fescue. Hopefully it takes off a little bit more in this 3rd year. And also with the surface cleaned up, it's a lot easier for me to strategically place those spruce trees as I get ready to plant them. 10 trees all done and planted up here. I've got them all mulched, fertilized, and watered. This summer, I want to take a little bit of time and clean this pond up. It's sort of been on the back burner the last couple years working on the golf course, but I've got too many cattails everywhere, so I want to try to get it nice and clean. These are lotus plants that I wintered in our cold storage, and that was a disaster. These things were in the pond all summer, and they stunk. It was a big mistake. Never doing that again. I'll see if they can grow this year. We might be able to get a plant here, but I'm gonna get them in the pond now and never overwinter them in the house again. With all the trees around this property, the spring cleanup seems never ending, but once the turf is clean, that bluegrass really shines. This stuff's not that old. I only seeded it last fall, so it's only had a few mows, but this year I think it's gonna really take off. I'm back. It's almost mid-May, believe it or not. This has just been such a slow spring. I was actually at a greenhouse, a plant nursery on the weekend, and they say that we are 3 weeks behind on weather. So really slow here, things kind of starting to green up. Nothing looking spectacular, mainly because of that cold weather, and I'm way behind on a lot of jobs here. And one job that I want to go to over the next few days here is this pond rehabilitation. And this is my problem. These are cattails. They look dead now because they are. Last fall they got a frost, they die off, fall into the pond, make a huge mess, and then in the spring when the water warms up, they grow up and expand. That's my issue. Every year they keep getting a little bit further out. So this year I'm gonna force myself to try and maintain them, pull them back, reclaim a lot of this water hazard. And why have I left this mess of cattails just grow unattended for the last 4 or 5 years? Well, it's because there is no easy way to get rid of them. I'm gonna go in with a rake, pull them out, put them in a wheelbarrow, get rid of them. I've been avoiding this job for a long time, but it's finally time to take it on. That was too much work, and that is multiple years of growth. The goal this year is to just not let them grow at all. Yes, those cattails, they're gonna come back. They're already starting to come back. So that's technically a waste of time unless I can stay on top of these things. And the trick is, apparently, I wanna make sure this works. This is a test year. If you continue to cut off the cattails as they grow in the water, they will actually drown themselves. They need oxygen from above. So this is what this tool's for. A rope, a handle, the Weed Razor Pro. Oh, that looks like a weapon. Wow. That is insanely sharp. Wow. You can adjust it to 3 different widths of cut. Obviously, the smaller it is, the easier it is to pull through some of this heavy cattail growth. So I'm just gonna go with this. And all I do, apparently, is hurl it into the water and pull it back with the rope. I'm a bit skeptical. These are tough cattails. You can see with the rake, I couldn't move them with a landscape rake. So apparently it's supposed to mow them down. We're gonna find out. I'm going to tie the rope to my belt, which I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do. This is probably as close as I'll get to harpooning a whale. Here we go. All right, it is on bottom. And now I'm just gonna pull it back. Here it comes. Wow, look at the weeds pop up. I'm stuck on something. Uh-oh, I threw Christmas trees in here before. That is crazy. You can see the cattails pop out of the water. They're buoyant, they float. And okay, this is amazing. It's hard to pull, I'll give it that. I should have gloves on. I'm into some hard stuff now. Come on. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That is spooky. The cattails just pop out of the water. Okay, I gotta grab the camera. That is pretty cool. This thing works great. I don't wanna bore you with cattail video. I know you guys are here for golf and landscaping, but this is kind of landscaping. I just wanna clean these cattails up once and for all, and this thing is really good. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna see if I can pull that through. Oh, look at that. This thing works. It works so well. That blade cuts through anything. Like, I'll be done this in 10 minutes. This would take me so long to pull by hand. I could never quite get them out. They're rooted in so well. Works great. This looks like a weed razor commercial. I swear I bought this thing. I didn't get it for free, but it is so good. I could do this for hours. It's relaxing. Look at those weeds just pop up to the surface, and then I can just rake them in. That is crazy. This thing actually works. Well, that pretty much does it for the cattails. That went really well. Super easy to get that out. And look at all that material that came out. All of this stuff would end up just on the bottom, rotting away, breaking down, turning into organic matter. And I don't really want that in the pond, so it's so nice to get this out. But we've got nice weather. It finally feels like spring. And you can see here, this is green. It is growing. The grass is long. I haven't mowed anything but the golf greens yet. So today, right now, I got to get mowing on this. This whole thing is getting mowed. The bluegrass fairways finally come to life here with some warmer soil temperatures. And I have a problem here. I can't even see where my rough and fairway line really was. Maybe I can pick up some of it here from last year, but I'd like to keep that same shape that I had last year. Worked really well, looked good. So I'm gonna get the mower out and see if I can trace this out again. Well, there we have it. Everything is mowed. It looks so good in that evening golden sunset. This Kentucky bluegrass turf is now going into its second year on the fairway. This was only done in the fall here, and it looks so good. Really impressed with how good that came out of winter and how much that's grown. We've had some warm weather, some warm rain. That always helps. So it is now full speed ahead here, mowing. Probably too much for my liking, but I have to stay on top of it. This place is expanding outwards and getting bigger, and that's one thing we have to do, continue the expansion. T-box has got a really nice one there, a couple more down there to push this to 18 unique holes by midsummer. That's my goal, but we got to run irrigation, we got to get some topsoil in here, grass seed, do all that again, but we're getting here pretty far. I'm looking forward to getting this T-box set up because it's a really long shot, about 155 yards back to that small green. Beautiful waterfront view here, so I want to get some irrigation in here, topsoil down, grass seed planted, the usual, but it's going to be one of our better tee boxes. And the backyard garden has the winter rye growing. It's really growing now. You can see it day to day with those warmer temperatures have warmed up that soil. So this will get tilled under here in the next week or so, and then it is backyard garden season. This place is really growing. It takes a long time now to mow it, but it looks so good when it's all cleaned up. Up next, I have to build some tee boxes. I need a few more tee shots to get to 18 unique holes here. This summer, I want to unveil it as an 18-hole golf course. We've got a name, we've got a logo. It's going to be good, but I need a few more tee boxes.